A few months ago, I made a video called "These mods increase and optimize your render distance in Minecraft." Now in that video, I showed how to get a crazy high render distance using two mods called Bobby and Nvidium. Now this method worked really well, but it also had some massive downsides. For example, the mod Nvidium only works on Nvidia systems, which means you need an Nvidia GPU. Otherwise, the method is completely useless for you. Another big downside is that Nvidium doesn't work with shaders. And as you guys know, I love shaders. But that is why today we're gonna check out another Minecraft mod called Distant Horizons, which at its core tries to do the same thing, give you a very high render distance. But it does that in a completely different way. And this mod doesn't require you to have an Nvidia GPU, and it also works with shaders. And on top of that, it is a lot easier to run on your PC. So let's take a look, shall we? I do want to ask you to double check if you're actually subscribed to my channel. Almost 90% of my daily viewers is not actually subscribed. So if you could just scroll down, press that subscribe button, that would help me out so much. Also, if you want to check out this awesome lobby I'm currently standing in, it is available on Phoenix Store. I will have a link to their website down below, and by using code KAZESURA at checkout, you can get 15% of your order. So you might remember these shots. This is from my Nvidium video, where together with Bobby, we just increased and optimized the render distance like crazy. But this is what your Minecraft can look like with Distant Horizons. We are able to see so crazy far away. It is actually insane. And like you can also see, shaders are enabled. We're able to enjoy this beautiful render distance with shaders. And that is legendary. Now, Distant Horizons is not just Nvidium, but then it allows you to use shaders. There is a lot more to this mod. This is a Minecraft world with Distant Horizons installed, shaders enabled, and render distance 12. Yes, this is render distance 12. I know, it may not look like it, but it is. So we've not actually increased our render distance. And that is because of the way Distant Horizons works. With the Nvidium/Bobby method, you would actually increase your render distance. You would set it crazy high. But because of Nvidium's optimization, it would not lag your game as much. Distant Horizons has a completely different approach though. It will generate fake simplified terrain outside of your render distance. Now you can perfectly see that over here. This is still a regular tree because it is still inside of the 12 chunks that my render distance is set to. But this tree is outside of my render distance. It is generated by Distant Horizons, and like you can see, it is simplified fake terrain. It is not actually there. My Minecraft hasn't loaded in this tree, but I can still see it. Now, usually when you're just playing the game, you will not notice it that much. Of course, if you see massive mountains, you might see the simplifications sometimes, but unless you're just zooming into everything, it is not that noticeable. Though if for a second we actually zoom into something that is really far away, like that mountain over there, you can see how simple it actually is. From here, it looks like a regular mountain. But when we zoom in, you can clearly see it are just some simplified blocks, essentially. Now, the further away something is, the simpler the terrain will be. So over here, we can still see every single individual block. They are simplified blocks, but we see the blocks. When you look at trees that are a bit further away, you cannot see every single individual block anymore. It are just big cubes. Sometimes you even got like weird slab thingies going on. Like, is it a leaf slab or what is that? So that is how Distant Horizons actually works. Now let me show you how to actually install it and how to get it working together with shaders. So the first thing you want to do is scroll down and click on the link in the description that will take you to the Iris Shaders website. It is very important you download the universal installer from their own website and not from Modrinth or GitHub or any other page, because we're going to be using a developer version that is not available on any mod website yet. So over here, you simply want to click on download universal jar, and you will get a file that looks something like this. Now, if it doesn't show the Java logo here for you, then you might not have Java installed, and you do need it installed on your PC. So I will also leave a link to this website down below where you can download Java from. Simply click on download Java, follow the installation process, and you should be ready to go in minutes. After that, you want to double click the irisshaders.jar file, and doing this will give you this cute little menu. Now, the first thing you want to select is a game version. At the time of making this video, the newest one is 1.20.6. Though, like you can see down here, the use distant horizons beta version option is faded out. I cannot click it. That is because it is not available for 1.20.6 yet. Though when I select 1.20.4, you can see there it is. And we obviously want to tick this one. Then, depending on if you already have a Fabric loader installed, you want to choose either Iris only or Iris plus Fabric. Fabric meaning it will also install the Fabric mod loader itself. So if you want to create a clean installation, then this is the option you want to go for. Now over here, you need to choose your file directory. This is the default one for Minecraft. After that, you simply want to click on install, wait for a bit, and when it says complete, you should be ready to go. Now after that installation, you simply want to hop in game, and when you go to options, you should see the distant horizons button over here. When you click on there, you can change some settings. So do you want distant horizons enabled or not? Well, obviously we do. Then what do you want the LOD render distance to be? For how long do you want distant horizons to load in that extra terrain? By default, it is on 128. Though if you want an even crazier render distance and you think your PC can handle that, then totally go for it. For me, 256 worked perfectly fine. After that, the only option I personally changed is the CPU load. It is by default on low impact, which basically means that it will not take a lot of your CPU's power, and because of that, it can take quite a long time before all the fake terrain is loaded in. Though if you know you have a good CPU that can handle more, feel free to bump it up a bit. I set it to aggressive. I did try out. I paid for the whole CPU, and while my PC could handle it, it did have a lag spike every once in a while, so I decided to just go for aggressive. After that, you want to go to video settings and then shader packs. And over here, you can see that one shader pack is already installed for you. Bliss Shaders, who works together with Distant Horizons. Now, I have tried out the shader packs that I usually use. For example, Complementary Unbound. But using that shader pack just completely disabled Distant Horizons. So clearly, not all of them work yet. This one does, and Bliss Shaders is quite beautiful. And after that, when hopping in game, you can see the entire world will start loading in. Of course, real chunks below me, fake terrain in the back. It's when you just don't zoom in too much. It honestly looks incredible. Now, this is what the world looks like with my own personal favorite resource pack applied, which is bare bones right now. And like you can see, it is just beautiful. It looks really, really great. To be honest, with bare bones installed, you notice the difference between the leaves even less. Because the leaves have been simplified so much already in the resource pack itself, you almost don't notice which leaves are actually real and which ones are fake terrain. It's quite funny. Anyway, that is gonna be it for today. I do want to ask you to double check if you're actually subscribed to my channel. You would help me so much if you did. Also, don't forget to join my Discord server, the Kasasara Universe. It will be awesome to see you there. Link down below. And of course, an absolutely massive shout out to my channel members for the incredible support. You guys are truly legends. And then I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!